The Sea People, as ordinary as the name may sound now, were terrifying some centuries ago, especially to the ancient world kingdoms who witnessed their rampage. But who were the Sea Peoples that ravaged the ancient world? Welcome to History Insight, where we explore the hidden and lesser-known aspects of history. The Sea People is a mysterious ancient civilization that left their mark on history through their battles and raids in the eastern Mediterranean region. Join us as we delve into the stories, inscriptions, and artifacts that have helped historians piece together the secrets of the Sea Peoples. From their origins and culture to their battles with the powerful empires of ancient Egypt and the Hittites, we'll explore the legacy of these ancient warriors and their impact on history. So grab a seat and get ready to uncover the truth about the Sea Peoples. The Sea Peoples, a mysterious ancient civilization, have long been a subject of fascination and speculation. The name itself, first coined by French Egyptologist Gaston Maspero in 1881, references the historical accounts that described them as coming from the sea or the islands. However, the specific origins of this seafaring tribe remain a mystery. What is known is that they were a powerful force in the eastern Mediterranean region during the Late Bronze Age, between the 13th and 11th centuries BC, causing widespread destruction and disruption through their raids. The Sea Peoples have been mentioned in the texts of several ancient civilizations, including the Egyptians, the Hittites, and the Assyrians, who all recorded their attacks on various parts of their empires. What was the motivation behind the Sea Peoples' rampage? The Sea Peoples, a mysterious confederation of seafaring raiders, have captured the imagination of historians for centuries. Who were these seafarers, and why did they leave their homes to invade other lands? Some experts believe that economic and environmental factors, such as drought, famine, or overpopulation, may have driven them to raid and pillage. But others speculate that political or ideological motives may have been at play, such as a desire for power or the spread of their culture. Despite centuries of research, the origins and motivations of the Sea Peoples remain a tantalizing mystery. Join us as we delve deeper into the history and explore the theories surrounding these ancient seafaring raiders. The Sea Peoples' origin. Sea Peoples are a mysterious ancient tribe whose origins and history have been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Unlike other ancient civilizations, the Sea Peoples left behind no monuments or written records that could provide insight into their lives and culture. Instead, the only information we have about them comes from inscriptions made by the empires that battled against them, particularly the ancient Egyptians. These inscriptions, which were often written in the form of apocalyptic descriptions, provide a glimpse into the fierce and destructive battles that the Sea Peoples fought against the Egyptians and other neighboring civilizations. However, they offer little information about the Sea Peoples themselves, their origins, or their culture. Some contemporary historians believe that the manner in which the Egyptians wrote about the Sea Peoples suggests that they were aware of their origins and perhaps even knew them well. They point to the fact that the Egyptians made no mention of the group's beginnings in these inscriptions as evidence that this information was common knowledge and did not need to be recorded. Despite the lack of information about the Sea Peoples, historians continue to study the inscriptions and other available evidence to piece together a more complete picture of this mysterious civilization. The Sea Peoples' threat to the ancient civilization, the Bronze Age. Over 3,000 years ago, the Mediterranean and Near East were home to a flourishing and interconnected Bronze Age civilization. This civilization was built on the profitable trade of valuable metals and finished goods, and supported the rise of powerful kingdoms and empires, such as the Egyptians, Babylonians, Minoans, Mycenaeans, Hittites, and others. These civilizations had the technological prowess to construct grand palaces and monumental structures, and employed scribes to keep records of their finances and military accomplishments. However, within a few decades, this thriving civilization experienced a sudden and nearly complete collapse. The survivors of this collapse were plunged into the Dark Ages after 1177 BC, a period that lasted for several centuries and saw the extinction of multiple recorded languages and the downfall of once powerful kingdoms. The battle between Ramesses II and the Sea Peoples of the Bronze Age. During his 67-year reign from 1279 to 1213 BC, Ramesses II, also known as Ramesses the Great, emerged as one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. He led his armies in numerous battles, including one against the Hittites, in which he came into contact with the mysterious Sea Peoples. Ramesses II commissioned inscriptions that boast of his victory over the Hittites in 1274 BC, depicting the Sea Peoples as allies of Egypt's enemy. He also mentions ambushing the Sea Peoples at the Nile's mouth, further cementing their image as a formidable force in the ancient world. Despite the grandeur of his reign, Ramesses II's inscriptions are among the only records we have of the elusive Sea Peoples, making them a valuable source for historians seeking to understand this mysterious ancient civilization. The battle between Merenta and the Sea Peoples. Experience the epic battles of Ramesses II's son and heir, Merenta, as he encounters the elusive Sea Peoples throughout his reign. From 1213 to 1203 BC, Merenta's texts reveal a coalition of the Sea Peoples and Libyans assaulting the Nile Delta. In 1209 BC, historians have deduced that they came from the north, based on Merenta's inscriptions. Despite the uncertainty of their exact origins, Merenta identifies them as the Teresh, Ekwesh, Lukka, and Shurden. Like his father before him, Merenta commemorated his triumph against the Libyans and Sea Peoples with inscriptions, providing valuable insights into the ongoing struggles against this mysterious ancient civilization. Join the journey to uncover the secrets of the Sea Peoples through the eyes of one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. Sea Peoples and Ramesses III. Experience the ultimate showdown between the powerful Egyptian empire and the elusive Sea Peoples as Ramesses III, in his second year in office, fights to defend Egypt against the invaders. According to Ramesses III, the Hittites had already been overthrown by the time the Sea Peoples assaulted an Egyptian commercial post at Kadesh in 1180 BC. Despite the destruction of the post, Ramesses III emerged victorious, as his predecessors had before him, and vowed to defend Egypt against any further attacks. The Sea Peoples were finally defeated near the city of Suez in 1178 BC and were never heard from again. The battles that followed took place on both land and water, emptying the royal treasury, but Egypt's success in repelling the invaders stood in stark contrast to the fate of other civilizations. Cities like Megiddo in Canaan and Hattusa, the former capital of the Hittite Empire, were left in ruins throughout the Mediterranean and Near East. Some historians argue that the invasion of the Sea Peoples may have even served as the catalyst for the legendary destruction of Troy. The end of the Sea Peoples. Despite their fearsome reputation, the Sea Peoples were eventually defeated by the combined forces of the ancient civilizations they had attacked. The Egyptians, in particular, were able to repel the Sea Peoples and drive them back, thanks in part to their navy's strength and their commander's skill. The legacy of the Sea Peoples lives on today in the historical and archaeological record, as well as in the mythology and folklore of the cultures they encountered. They are remembered as a mysterious and formidable group of ancient warriors whose raids and battles shaped the course of history in the eastern Mediterranean region. That concludes our video about the Sea Peoples. We hope you enjoyed learning about this mysterious ancient civilization and their impact on history. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new. Remember to drop a like, comment, and subscribe.